Recording. All right, guys, today we are covering carryover volume, advanced placement, and taxes. Okay, so we're first going to cover carryover volume. How I describe carryover volume is basically a big piggy bank that you are sitting on. So, we want to cash in that piggy bank, right? We want to maximize our income and, hold on, I'm shutting down Facebook. We want to make the most of our organization, right? So, I call it the piggy bank. And for me, I'm all about getting that carryover volume and cashing it in, because as much as I want rank, I think it's great, to go for a rank, but really the most important to me is income. And so you want to maximize it. We really need to go there. So if you ever ask me, where should I place someone, or where should I put my second business center? I'm always like, where's your carryover volume? That's where you should be working right now. So personally, for my business center, I'm always looking all over the place in all my accounts, where is the carryover volume? And I'm just maxing it out. So if you don't know what cycle bonuses are, it's, you cycle 100 to 200 ratio. So it's a 1 to 2. So example, if you have 300 on your weak leg and 600 on your strong leg, you can cycle 3 times, right? Because if you divide 300 by 100, that's 3 times. So 3 times what a diamond cycles, it is $18, and that'd be $54, right? So I am going to show you my carryover volume in a couple minutes, but I think we really kind of need to instill this into all of our Emerald coaches and help our coaches that are not Emerald get to Emerald, because, getting carryover volume, I think, is like the most important thing in this business. You start building that piggy bank up, and even though maybe you can't tap into it, it's motivating to see. And I show that a lot to my coaches that are just sitting at Emerald or almost to Emeralds, and I'm trying to, motivate them to get there, that they are sitting on a lot. I personally have had coaches that have dropped from Emeralds, and I'm like, you're losing money. And I get in there and show them how much they're sitting on. And I think it's very motivating. Also, I have coaches that are sitting on a lot of money. They've been Emeralds for like a year now. And I'm like, I got to see your carryover volume. Maybe this will motivate them, because a lot of times you will have coaches that are just stuck at a rank, and you're like, hello, you've been here for so long. What can you do? You can show them their carryover volume. That is huge. Now, another stress is to stress to them, if you drop Emeralds rank, you're going to lose all your carryover volume. So say you've been sitting at an Emeralds for a year, you're going to lose all of the money that you have stored up. So it's really important to stress, get to Emerald, don't drop Emerald, to be a solid Emerald by getting 4 coaches. So Emerald is a really big deal, and cycling and carryover volume, we got to know this stuff. So even if they're an Emerald coach, or no, even say if they're a diamond coach and they have tons of carryover volume, right? And they drop to a Ruby coach, they just lost money, because, a diamond you cycle at $18, and a Ruby you cycle at $16. I know you think, oh, the $2 difference. It makes a big difference when you have a lot of carryover volume and you have the potential to cycle a lot. So also capping out, I've been dealing with this a lot lately. I have a couple coaches just sitting at Emeralds and then Ruby, and they're capping out like completely. They could make so much more money, and 2 of them capped out today at $250. They could have made like over $1,000. So it's really important that we stress get beyond Emeralds. So anyways, I'm going to show you my carryover volume. I'm going to show you my strong leg and my weak leg, and I'm going to show you how to figure out how much you are sitting on, and just how to maximize your income. Right now, at this point, as a diamond and above, we want to make the most money possible, right? You feel like you're working so stinking hard. We need to see our efforts pay off, right? So as much as rank is so flashy and beautiful, and oh, I'm a 2-star and I'm a 10-star, I mean, you can really make more money, say, as a 2-star diamond than maybe a 10-star diamond. So you have to go where the income is. Everyone has different goals. If you love recognition, then you go for rank. But to me, I'm all about income and maximizing what I have. So let me show you. I'm gonna screen share really quick. Okay, so here is mine. I just changed placement actually before this call because I was looking at my carryover volume and kind of taking notes on what to share. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Justin is kind of like getting even on both legs now. And he at one point had like $50,000 in carryover. And now my account, I'm going back to my first business center, it has like 5,000 carryover. So you got to just always be checking. I was really working hardcore his weak leg for a long time and my second business center's weak leg. And I put like tons and tons, I pumped momentum and volume there, where now it's like, okay, now I can move somewhere else and start building. With taking consideration, yes, maxing my income, but also moving up in rank. My goal is 10 star this year. So, you know, not that it's a big deal, but I've maxed out my income in a lot of places. So now I'm moving towards something that I think I'm close to. So you have to kind of evaluate your goals and see if you're close to something and run for it. Okay, so you go to my business, you go to volume and then my carryover volume. What happened? Volume, my carryover. It took me back to the main page. Okay, here it is. It was, you can't really see my volume from this past week, but okay, this is my first business center. So I have on my strong leg, my strong leg is my left leg. So I have 48, 46 right there. So what you would do is you would take that number, you would divide it by 200, right? Because you could get 200 from your strong leg. And you times that by 18. So I'm sitting on, let me like do the math. I think it's like 4,000 something. Where is my calculator? Okay, so oh, just kidding. Never mind. That's like $436. I thought it was a lot more. I must have been like thinking of my second business center because I'm sitting on a lot there. But it just shows like I'm really not sitting on anything here. So why would I even work in this business center? I wonder if this is even my first business center. Anyways, it doesn't even matter. So if you take your strong legs, so I'd love to see your guys' numbers. I'm sure they're really pretty high on some strong legs, depending where you are. But if you don't work your weak leg, you obviously can't tap in and cash out your piggy bank. And some of you have to build your own strong leg and build that volume up. But regardless, you can still be getting carryover. Everybody gets carryover in this business. So it just shows I'm sitting on $400. If I wanted to cash that in, I need to start working my weak leg a little bit in this business center. Maybe this is Justin's. So that is carryover volume. And it's really pretty simple. So right here, the last check, I cycled 45 times in this account, which is pretty crazy. So anything left over just kind of rolled into this week right here. I think we're still in this one, or maybe 20 cycles I did for this last, no, that's today. This is by day. But yeah, that's how you figure it out. It's really simple, guys. It just shows where you need to work. It shows, you know, where you need to put your efforts in. Next, I wanted to share, what else? You guys need to know your strong leg, your weak leg, which you know, and be able to teach your coaches that. And then also, if you guys didn't know, any PV from your entire downline, like your coaches' orders and their coaches' orders, it is part of your cycle bonuses. So the more we get people producing and getting PV, the more we cycle. So I don't know if you guys saw that call with Amy Coppola. If you go and search in our diamond page, you can find it. She breaks it down like how many Shakeologies you need on your weak leg and how many you need on your strong leg. If you want to make a certain amount of income. Personally, I don't like looking at that because I feel it's like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of work to do, you know, but this just basically, it breaks down to you needing to build. and figuring out where you need to put all your energy and effort into recruiting. Okay, the next, if you have questions, you know, we'll open it at the end. Advanced, it's kind of common sense and simple how I broke it down for you. Advanced placement, this is like the tricky one. This is basically, how can I describe advanced placement? You are maxing out those cycle bonuses, kind of the same with finding out where your carryover volume is. Advanced placement is if you are working your spouse's account, or if you're working a second CBC, your second business center. This is to also maximize your income and also, you know, move up in rank. So I am going to show you mine. Let me kind of, I don't know if you can kind of see this. Let me get my board. This is my first little teaching session. I feel so cool. Okay, I erased this whole board right before the call. I had like my whole organization over here. I have some pretty big goals of 5 new coaches a month, 10 Star by Summit, and Success Club 10 every month. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you my organization and where I advanced, placed, and put my second business center so you can understand. So here is me, right? Here is Justin, and here is my mom, okay? Now, Justin has signed up coaches, right? And I have signed up coaches, so this is all my strong leg over here. And this is my weak leg. So I have signed coaches, my mom has signed, I have signed, yes, yes, yes. So strong leg, weak leg. Can you see that? Perfect. Okay, so what I did, right, because Justin also has a weak leg. My mom has a weak leg. So this has been built. Now what I did was I put my second CBC right here on Justin's weak leg. Now what I did was I went to my business and I put in I went to preferred placement, and then I put in his coach ID and I put weak leg. Not weak leg, right leg, because that is his right leg. And what it did was it placed my second business center on his weak leg, but it's also in my first business center. So if you have a spouse, most of you guys have signed a spouse up, or your second CBC. But what I do now, I mean, where I've been building for probably the past 3 months, is I've been putting all of my coaches on Justin's weak leg, but yet they go on my second CBC's weak leg. So what I'm doing here is I'm completely maxing out Justin's carryover volume. He, like I said, was sitting on like 50,000 in carryover volume. So by placing all these coaches right here on my second business center's weak leg, it started to cash in, right? It started to like cash in all of his carryover volume that he was sitting on, this big piggy bank over here. So right now he has little to no carryover volume. So my second business center over here is a diamond. There are tons of business builders over here. And so I also now am starting to sit on a little carryover volume from people building, you know, on my second business center strong leg. So by me placing coaches on my second business center's weak leg, it is also cashing in, you know, that piggy bank that has been being built up over here from the strong leg. So these are all strong powerhouse legs, right? So how I did that was I just went in my my placement, and you know, I put in my second business center's coach ID, and I put left leg, right? Because that is the weak leg here. Because I was at one point working Justin's weak leg before I signed up my second CBC. So now I have, you know, this option to work over here to cash that in. But before, and you know, first and foremost, you need to know where your carryover volume is, depending where you are going to advance place. Does that kind of make sense to you guys? Yes? Okay, so that's what I have going on. I go where the carryover volume is. You don't even really have to have, I think, a spouse or a second, well, you do have to have a spouse or a second CBC to do this, because you don't want to advance place coaches under your coach's accounts, because then you're helping your coaches grow their income by placing your coaches on your coach's weak leg, if that makes sense. So this is the way that I work my business. You might hear some coaches saying that just to work outside legs, but I think if you're growing in a certain area, why not maximize on a weak leg and help the whole team? So this was where I was working, and I'm really not moving anymore. I'm moving my shift to over here, this area, because I've already tapped into a lot of carryover volume over here. And then for 10 start, you also need to take into consideration rank. I already have 5 diamonds over here, and I need to start working on diamonds over here. So I have a lot to play with. I hope that makes sense. But you have to have a spouse or a second CVC signed up to start advanced placing. But any weak leg in your downline that you are working and it's a controlled account, you can advance placement to maximize your income. I hope that has helped. I watched Scotty Hobbs' advanced placement a while ago, and it was just like, what the heck is he talking about? But like, as I began to keep hearing it and write it out like this, I'm a visual person. I was like, oh my gosh, you really could like maximize your income and make a lot of money in this business if you are smart about it. But yeah, so that is what I have for carryover and advanced placement. I wanted to talk about taxes really quick, guys, because I think it's a really important thing. If you're a leader in this business and you're going for a full-time income, and I know a lot of you are already at a full-time income, and some of you that I've talked to today, because it was one of our biggest day ever, hit double what a full-time income is in 1 week. So if you're planning on making a full-time income, I know this is like scary to think about, like, oh my gosh, taxes, and how do I set this up, and I'm gonna have to pay quarterly. And once we set it up the right way, and it took 3 years, we finally set it up the right way, we're gonna save so much money on taxes. So if you do plan, I'm just gonna tell you the steps I wrote out real quick from Justin. He knows all of this to a T, so if you have questions, please let me know. I will copy and paste you the exact steps of what he said. But I'm just gonna say them really quick. So if you do plan, right, to make this business a huge business, which I know a lot of you guys are, you do need to set it up with a tax ID and corporation. It's gonna save you tons of money, right? Tons and tons of money for taxes. It's going to save your butt. God forbid anything were to happen and someone were to come after you for your money, your Beachbody money, it would be protected with a corporation. You get more write-offs, and it's a business. It's like you're growing a solid business, and the government looks up to businesses that are, that like you are growing your own business. So I think they tax it less compared to like, say, W-2. So I'm not sure the details, but this is what I wrote down from him. So you would first go to Sunbiz and you would choose a name. Any name. We did McKean Family Fitness, and there's a small fee to do this every year. Then you go to the IRS website and you use that name to obtain an EIN number. The IRS will send you an email saying that you are approved. It takes really fast, he said. You need your tax ID for that. Then you go to your bank that offers a payroll service. You open business checking account with tax ID number and name. You put you as the president and your spouse as vice president. Now, if you don't want to use a spouse, you don't have to, obviously. Just you'd be the president. Then you go to the Beachbody website and you get the form and document that is the business entity. I don't think I said that right. Entity form. You choose corporation, and it will let you put in multiple social security numbers if you are using your spouse too. You do not do that until you have a business account set up. Everything you get paid goes to a new account, and you will receive one 1099 under that business name instead of a separate, right? Because you would be getting separate 1099 if it was you and your spouse. So it would just be one together, and that would be the business. So like I said before, the government taxes less on 1099s compared to, I think, W-2s, because W-2s are personal. I'm not sure how he explained it. Then you set up all your Shakeology, your business fees under that account. So it comes from your business. You start your payroll at the bank. You and spouse will set up employees there or on the phone. You will receive W-2s instead of 1099 from your payroll service as being employees. So Justin and I have 2 W-2s, and then the business is a 1099. So going forward, you would receive 1099 from Beachbody and 2 W-2s from your business. You would go to the IRS website and fill out the S Corp request form. I know that all seems like, whoa, like, oh my gosh, a lot of work, but it's really not. It's just little step-by-steps that you have to do that's kind of like annoying, but they're fast and really simple. But I've talked to Christina and Becky and lots of people, and this is the best way to do it to save the most money in the long run. And if you are making even $200 a week, you guys, you do need to do this because it's going to save you a lot of money in the long run. And why not start now? I think the sooner the better. This is a whole new year, kind of a whole new year. And so you got to do this. So you're going to save, like I said, and it's just going to protect you. It's going to build your business. Now, if you don't want to do this and you feel you're not there yet and you don't know what the future holds or whatnot, then you need to be saving a minimum of 20% of your checks, like minimum. Because say you start to make $500 a week and you start to really grow your business, you are going to be screwed at the end of the year. And if you didn't save anything, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt. So you have to save a minimum of 20% of your checks, and every little receipt from travel, Shakeology, your business fees, and just have a separate account that everything is from there. All of everything goes there, and at the end of the year, you print it out, you itemize it, you highlight it and say this was this fee, this was from this, and you send it to your accountant and it's done. But in my opinion, I think you need to set it up like this business that I said. I really wanted Justin to do a call on it because I feel that he explains it so much better, and he looked into it and did so much research and talked to everyone also, and he did the whole thing for me. But he basically said it's so important and we're going to save a lot of money. And I want you guys to be smart and proactive about it because I want you to save a lot of money. I mean, most of our diamond leaders are in this and they're starting to make really great money. So I just want you guys to be protected and not be kind of naive about it and then be like, what the heck? I owe so much money and I don't even have the money because I spent it all on stupid stuff. So yes, guys, I'm going to open it. Do you have any questions about carryover, advanced placement, taxes? Do you have a situation you don't know what to do or place people? Or, I mean, let's just like open it up. And if you have anything to say about anything, just unmute yourself. Let me see. What do you think about switching HD orders to your spouse account? I always have an HD order on every single business center that I have. But you need an HD also in your account because to qualify for Success Club. So for customers, yes, it'll help him cycle. If you feel that you are a strong retailer, then yes, I run them through his business. Is he on your weak leg or your strong leg? Weak leg, then yes, totally. Now for me, I run a lot of my orders through my second business center because it's on Justin's weak leg, and that helped him to cycle and start to cash in all that carryover volume. So usually I run it through and then it goes up to my first, but you need an HD on all of your business centers to qualify for a Success Club.
I have a question.
That was a great question.
All the background noise. So my sister Ashley, I'm gonna send her up as a coach. This is like a basic question. So like I was thinking about when a customer wants to order a challenge pack, am I supposed to give them their information, like on her login and her website? How does that all work?
For who? For Ashley.
For Ashley.
Okay.
Like if I'm gonna sign her up as a coach. So I feel like it's gonna be challenging with my customers because I'm used to giving them all my website and my information. So now I'd like, how do I choose which customers?
You don't do that unless you get Success Club first. You need to get Success Club in your account before you think about running orders in anybody else's account. Now, if it's that was her spouse's account. So, but the thing is, Michelle, if you're gonna do that, you want to make sure you have Success Club in your account first. But I know that your husband is above you. Is that right? No, yours is above. Okay. I know Demetria has like a weird setup like Lisa.
No, my husband's below me. So
Okay.
he's on my weak leg.
So then that's great. Yep.
Right.
But you need to get Success Club first. Your daughter's so cute.
A lot of my like free customer leads, I have a lot of like continual HD orders who are not discount coaches. So I was thinking about transferring them to his account because he would cycle. Well, would he cycle? Or I would at least cycle.
You would. That'd be volume, cashing in your carryover volume because it's on your weak leg. So I would do that if they're just continuous. Have you thought about signing them up as coaches?
Some of them, but some of them are leads and they never talk to me. They just continue to order over.
I have some of those also. So yeah, I would definitely put them through his because that would help you cycle. Every little bit counts. So yes, I would definitely do that. So, but you need always Success Club first. So Shannon, you need Success Club before you think about building our sister's business center. I would get her in and get her Emerald so she could start building carryover volume. That's like the most important thing is get to Emerald to activate your business. But do not put any orders through her account unless you have Success Club first.
Okay, but I can't get her Emerald, right? Unless I have like the customer and then the customer becomes a coach. So doesn't that order have to be in her like name?
No, you can sign them up under you and then you could do a live chat under her name and switch the customer to her and then they would sign up as a coach under her account. That's what I do with all of Justin's and my mom's orders. Or from my account, I switch them to their account and then sign up as a coach. Or you could do the Coach mobile app from their account and they could sign up as a coach like that. Yep. So if you want to get her to Emeralds, you could do that. But I always run all customers through my account first, before I would switch over to sign up as a coach. Because I always want to get Success Club first. I always want to hit goals myself personally and then work on other accounts.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Did I kind of do a good job explaining it, or you guys kind of already knew this stuff?
You did great.
I tried. I'm not a teacher like you guys, but I'm a motivator. All right, guys. Was that helpful?